Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 13. It's a Michonne episode. We haven't seen her since Episode 8 before the break. She left on a boat to take the new guy they found, Virgil, back to his home island, apparently some sort of Navy base. He claimed that they have a bunch of weapons there, including maybe some heavy ordnance, and if Michonne helps him get home, she can take it for the fight against the Whisperers. Virgil's really dragging his feet though, stops to pick some flowers for his wife. Turns out his wife is dead! Oh yeah, his whole family's gone. He's kinda lost it. He's like, hey, well, you're here. You want to use your zombie killing skills to help clear out this building of zombies so I can get my wife and kids and bury them. So Michonne goes through Katana time. Virgil is no help at all. Luckily, Michonne's like, don't worry, I got it. So they bury his family. Michonne's like, okay, now where are these weapons at? He's like, well, it's getting dark. Let's go in the morning. That night, though, Michonne decides to take a look around herself. Virgil comes behind her and, locks her in. He's got some other prisoners next door. They talk through the wall. It's like, no, we were friends with Virgil. We were all in the community together, but long story short, his family died and he went crazy. She eats the food he gave her, and when he comes back, he's like, hey, how are things looking? Are you having a crazy drug trip? She has a vision of her past self. Yeah, remember when we met her, she had her zombie bodyguards. That was hardcore Michonne. She dreams up an alternate history where she didn't save Andrea and so never joined our crew. And in fact, later met up with Negan and ended up joining the Saviors. Whoa, alternate history, cool stuff. Eventually, the drugs wear off and Virgil's let his guard down, so she stabs him with a fork and escapes. But sadly, he did already burn the boat. So Michonne tackles him. His old friends are like, yeah, can we kill him, please? But Michonne, who just had a bad trip where she was a villain, is like, no, let's show mercy. Turns out there's no weapons here at all. He was in fact lying to her. They look through his closet. He's like, this is what I got. I mean, you can take anything you want. What Michonne finds is a smelly old pair of cowboy boots, which she hugs. Oh snap, those boots belonged to Rick Grimes. Apparently they washed ashore from this other boat nearby. Michonne goes exploring on it and finds an old cell phone with a picture of her and Judith etched into it. This is the first clue they've had in 9 years as to what happened to Rick. What adventure has he been on, and why is there Japanese written on it? Michonne calls Judith on the radio and also talks to her and Rick's son, RJ, Rick Jr. I've never mentioned him before because he hasn't done anything, but yeah, remember she was pregnant. Her and Rick did have a kid. Anyway, this is apparently after Alpha beheading because Judith's like, yeah, the Whisperer threat's done. We're all good here. So Michonne's like, oh, if you don't need me there right away, I found a clue to where Rick might be. And Judith's like, yo, Mom, we'll be fine here. You gotta go find him. So Michonne's off on a solo adventure to find Rick, complete with her 2 new zombie bodyguards. Eventually, they find some randos. They're like, hey, can you help us? My leg's injured and our crew is leaving without us. Turns out their crew is a massive caravan of people. What group is this? Where'd they come from and where are they going? And is Rick with them? There's nothing announced yet, but in theory, there's going to eventually be some sort of Rick's Adventure spin-off movie or series or something. And looks like Michonne will be in that too, trying to track him down. So get excited for that. This is in fact Michonne's final episode on The Walking Dead. End of an era. She's been amazing. Gonna be weird without her, but this show just keeps going on. Where's it go from here? Find out next time on The Walking Dead. Hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies, and click the join button to support the channel and be a recap champion.